How are you lovely people doing today? My name is John. Today I present to you the real-life Shi No Numa. Shi No Numa is interesting because unlike other maps, it isn't set in an existent place. The Nazis never really had research facilities in Japan. We know Shi No Numa is set in Manchuria, however, Manchuria is in the northern region of China. Let us remember that we're not discussing modern Japan, we're discussing Imperial Japan. Japan is a very small island nation. Resources are very scarce, and if Japan wants to industrialize, it's gonna need more resources. This became apparent to Emperor Hirohito, which prompted him to expand Japan. Japan, with their brutal tactics, was able to expand their borders and eventually reach Manchuria. Japan held control over the region of Manchuria from 1931 until the end of World War II. This is why technically Shi No Numa is in China, but really we're playing within Japan. One thing to note about the setting of Manchuria is that eastern Manchuria is a very swampy region of the world, which matches the setting of Shi No Numa quite nicely. There is no one specific swamp that inspired Shi No Numa, however, one Japanese swamp does stand out and most likely influenced Treyarch during the development of Shi No Numa. Aokigahara is often referred to as one of the most creepiest places in the world. Within Japanese mythology, it's often associated with demons and has been described as the perfect place to die. This has resulted in thousands of suicides within the forest. People go to the swamp and hang themselves or in some cases overdose on drugs. In 2010, 247 people attempted suicide within the forests of the swamp. Shi No Numa can be translated to mean Swamp of the Dead. It's very hard to walk through the Aokigahara swamps without finding a dead body, so the name Swamp of the Dead suits it quite well. When playing Shi No Numa, you may find a piece of paper with Tungska written on it. This is most likely a reference to the Tungska event. The Tungska event was the largest impact event ever recorded in Earth's history. It was June 30th, 1908. A large explosion created by an asteroid or comet occurred. The asteroid was about 6 to 3 miles in the air. It never actually impacted the ground, however, it did explode. The explosion resulted in an impact area estimated to be around 620 feet. The energy of the blast was 1,000 times greater than that of the nuclear bomb over Hiroshima. It knocked over 80 million trees in an area of 830 square miles. It could have easily wiped a city off the planet, but thankfully, it landed in a remote location in Siberia. The meteor in Shi No Numa is the focal point of its story. Because there are references to the Tungska event in Shi No Numa, it may have actually inspired the meteor impact in the Shi No Numa storyline. In fact, we may even see some references to the Tungska event pop up later on in the zombie storyline. It has been a point of debate and many conspiracy theories surround the Tungska event, and Treyarch likes to draw on conspiracy theories and areas of debate, so maybe we'll actually see it referenced later on in the zombie storyline, or quite possibly may have some way to associate with the Ascension group, but here I am just speculating about the future of the zombie storyline. Either way, the Tungska event and the Aokigahara are what we would consider the real-life Shi No Numa. If you enjoyed this video or found it interesting, maybe give the video a like. Last episode's The Real Life Varrook got over 300 likes and I was absolutely blown away. I couldn't believe you guys were so responsive to the episode. Could we possibly try to get 400 to 500 likes on this video? You guys would blow my mind if we could do that, and I would be so grateful. If you want, you can check out other episodes down in the description below. I've done the Real Life Element 115, the Real Life Deriz, as well as the Real Life Varrook. If you enjoyed this one, I'm sure you'll enjoy the next one, and maybe even subscribe. I'm gonna go, have a great day, and bye.